Signs that your vibration is rising faster than ever. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt an undeniable shift in your life, yet struggled to put it into words? As if something deep within you is awakening, pulling you toward a version of yourself that feels both unfamiliar and destined. Maybe you've noticed moments of clarity, a heightened sense of awareness, or a feeling that the way you once experienced life no longer fits. If that resonates with you, then know this. You're not imagining it. You're already on a path of spiritual evolution, whether you realize it or not. And there are clear signs, some subtle, others impossible to ignore, that indicate you're not just growing, but rapidly ascending into higher states of vibration. Recognizing these signs can completely shift your perspective, helping you embrace the transformation instead of resisting it. So today, we're diving deep. We'll uncover the unmistakable markers of vibrational acceleration, how to identify them in your own life, and most importantly, how to navigate this journey with clarity and confidence. Let's get started. 1. Your old life starts falling apart. This is the first, and often the most shocking sign of vibrational acceleration. At first, it might feel like a punch in the gut. Relationships that once felt stable might suddenly feel strained or dissolve entirely. A career path you were once passionate about might start to feel empty or suffocating. Old habits, hobbies, or routines that once brought you joy may now seem meaningless. It can feel like the foundation of your life is crumbling beneath you. And here's the paradox. This isn't a sign that something is going wrong. It's a sign that something is going right. Because true vibrational growth doesn't just add new layers to your life. It burns away everything that no longer aligns with your higher frequency. It's not polite. It's messy, raw, and often uncomfortable. But there's profound wisdom in this destruction. Imagine you're a sculptor carving a masterpiece from a block of marble. The pieces that fall away aren't mistakes. They're necessary. They are the excess, the parts that no longer serve the vision of what's emerging. The same is true for your life. As your vibration rises, the people, situations, and beliefs that no longer resonate with your frequency will naturally fall away. It's not personal. It's energetic. But let me ask you this. When something or someone leaves your life, do you see it as a loss, or do you see it as space being created for something greater? Because the truth is, life never leaves a vacuum for long. The old falls away, but the new rushes in. New opportunities, new relationships, new levels of clarity and purpose. The key is trusting the process, even when it feels chaotic, because resistance only prolongs the discomfort. Surrender is what allows transformation to take root. 2. An amplified sensitivity to energy. As your vibration rises, you become hyper-aware of energy. This sensitivity can manifest in different ways. You feel deeply affected by the emotions of others, even when they don't say a word. Certain environments, crowds, loud noises, chaotic places, might leave you feeling drained or anxious. On the flip side, you may find yourself deeply moved by beauty, joy, and peace in ways you never have before. A simple sunset might bring tears to your eyes. Music might touch your soul on a whole new level. Even silence might feel alive with meaning. This heightened sensitivity can be both a gift and a challenge. On one hand, it allows you to connect deeply with the world around you. On the other, it can make you feel vulnerable, like the boundaries between you and the world are dissolving. And in a way they are. Because vibrational growth is an expansion. It dissolves the walls that once separated you from life. But here's the secret. Sensitivity is not weakness, it's a superpower. The more attuned you are to energy, the more you can navigate life with precision and grace. You start to feel, almost instinctively, what aligns with your highest self and what doesn't. So, trust this sensitivity. It's your internal compass guiding you to your highest path. 3. A shift in your perception of time. Have you ever noticed how time behaves differently when you're deeply present? Moments of joy and creativity seem to stretch endlessly, while mundane tasks or obligations feel like they drag on forever. As your vibration rises, this phenomenon becomes even more pronounced. You might start losing track of time altogether. Not because you're distracted, but because you're so immersed in the now. The past and future start to feel less relevant, less solid. Instead, the present moment becomes your anchor, your portal to the infinite. This shift isn't random. Time, as we experience it, is not fixed. It's a construct, a way of organizing our perception of events. But at higher vibrational states, this construct begins to loosen. You start to experience time as something fluid, malleable. You realize that the only moment that truly exists is this one. And in that realization, you unlock a profound truth. The more present you are, the more power you have. Because the present moment is where creation happens. It's where you access your highest wisdom, your deepest peace, your truest self. So let me ask you this. How often are you truly present? Because presence isn't just a practice, it's a vibrational state. And as you grow spiritually, presence stops being something you force. It becomes something you naturally relax into. 4. A deep sense of interconnectedness. The fourth, and perhaps most beautiful, sign of rapid vibrational growth is a profound sense of oneness. You begin to see the invisible threads that weave all of life together. The boundaries between you and others start to blur. You feel the pain of the world as your own, but you also feel its joy, its beauty, its infinite potential. You look into the eyes of a stranger and see yourself. You walk through nature and feel the pulse of life in every leaf, every blade of grass, every gust of wind. This isn't a concept or a belief. It's an experience, a knowing that goes beyond words. This isn't just a spiritual ideal. It's a vibrational reality. Because the higher your frequency, the more you resonate with the truth that we are all connected. All part of the same infinite field of energy and consciousness. And this realization changes everything. You realize that you are never alone. That your growth is not just for you, but for the world. Your transformation is already happening. So let me leave you with this question. Are you willing to embrace these signs, even when they challenge you? Are you willing to trust the process, to surrender to the unfolding of your highest self? Because the truth is, vibrational growth isn't just about reaching higher states. It's about becoming more of who you truly are. And these signs? They aren't just hints, they're confirmations. You're not just growing, you're transforming. You're stepping into the infinite potential of your being. And the best is yet to come. The signs of accelerated vibrational growth, the invisible upgrades that are changing your reality. Again and again, you experience these moments, synchronicities, sudden insights, an unshakable sense of knowing. These aren't random coincidences. They're signs that your energy is aligning with the natural flow of the universe. But let's go deeper. Why do synchronicities happen more frequently when you're on the fast track of vibrational growth? It's not just because you're paying more attention. It's because your frequency is shifting to match the rhythm of life itself. 1. Synchronicities are the universe's way of communicating with you. Think of your vibration like tuning into a radio station. When your energy is low, it's like static, no clear signal, just random noise. But as your vibration rises, you tune in more clearly. The universe isn't speaking louder. You're just finally able to hear it. And here's the practical wisdom in this. Synchronicities are feedback. They're the universe's way of saying, you're on the right track, keep going. But they're also invitations. When a synchronicity catches your attention, ask yourself, what is this moment asking of me? What door is opening here? Too often, we notice these signs but don't act on them. Yet the more you engage with synchronicities, the more they multiply. It's like the universe rewards your willingness to play along. And this leads us to another invisible upgrade, an almost magical ability to manifest your desires effortlessly. 2. Effortless manifestation. The universe responds to your true vibration. Manifestation has become a buzzword. But when your vibration is rising, it's no longer about creating vision boards or repeating affirmations. Those methods can work, but they're tools for beginners. When your energy is high, manifestation is effortless. Because now you're not trying to force things into existence. You're creating from alignment. Think about it. When you're in a high vibrational state, you're not focused on what's missing. You're tuned into gratitude, presence, and abundance. And because your vibration is aligned with these higher frequencies, the external world starts to reflect them back to you. Opportunities appear without you chasing them. People who align with your soul show up unexpectedly. Solutions to problems reveal themselves without struggle. It's not magic. It's resonance. The universe is simply responding to the energy you're emitting. So let me ask you this. What are you emitting right now? What is the dominant vibration you're putting out into the world? Because here's a truth most people overlook. You can't fake your vibration. You can say all the right affirmations. You can think all the right thoughts. But if deep down you're still vibrating at fear, doubt, or scarcity, that's what the universe responds to. The universe doesn't listen to what you say. It listens to what you are. This is why inner work is essential, because the clearer and more aligned you are internally, the easier it becomes to create externally. 3. A deep and unshakable sense of purpose. Another invisible upgrade that comes with vibrational growth is a heightened sense of purpose. And this one can feel like both a blessing and a burden, especially at first. You might start to feel an unbearable pull towards something greater. The job that once felt secure now feels stifling. The relationships that were comfortable now feel empty. Even the hobbies that once brought you joy may feel trivial. It's as if your soul is calling you to step into a higher version of yourself, and it won't let you settle for less. This pull toward purpose can feel disorienting, because it often requires you to take risks, to step into the unknown, to let go of the familiar. But it's also exhilarating, because when you're aligned with your true purpose, you're not just living, you're thriving. Every action feels meaningful. Every moment feels alive. And here's the beautiful part. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. You could be a teacher, an artist, a healer, a parent. What matters is that you're pouring your highest vibration into whatever you do. Because when you live with purpose, even the smallest actions ripple out into the collective in ways you can't even imagine. 4. The ultimate shift, unshakable inner peace. One of the most profound upgrades you'll experience as your vibration accelerates is a deep, unshakable sense of inner peace, even in the midst of chaos. Now, this doesn't mean life suddenly becomes perfect. Challenges will still arise. Emotions will still ebb and flow. But there's a part of you, deep within, that remains untouched, unshaken, unmoved. It's as if you've tapped into a wellspring of calm that exists beyond circumstances. And this is the ultimate gift of vibrational growth. The ability to live in the world without being of the world. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if you lived from this place of unshakable peace? How would your relationships change? How would your choices shift? And most importantly, what would you stop fearing? Because when you're anchored in this peace, fear loses its grip. You realize that nothing can truly harm the essence of who you are. And in this realization, you find freedom. Are you ready to step into the flow of life? As you reflect on these invisible upgrades, synchronicities multiplying, manifestation becoming effortless, a deep pull toward your true purpose, and an unshakable inner peace, ask yourself, are you ready to embrace them fully? Are you ready to let go of resistance and step into the flow of life? Because here's the truth. These upgrades aren't something you earn. They're your birthright. They are the natural result of aligning with the truth of who you are. And the more you embrace them, the more your life will begin to feel like a masterpiece unfolding in real time. Because as your vibrational growth accelerates, something extraordinary begins to happen. The boundaries of your reality start to dissolve. You no longer see life in the same way. What once felt solid, predictable, confined by logic, is now revealed to be fluid, infinite, and deeply mysterious. And here's the mind-bending part. This new reality was always there. You're not discovering something external. You're awakening to something within you. And once you do, life is never the same again. Your vibration is reshaping reality. The awakening of your energy and its impact on the world. Have you noticed subtle shifts in the atmosphere around you? An almost tangible presence in the air during moments of stillness. A sense that nature itself, the trees, the wind, even the earth beneath you, feels more alive, as if it's communicating with you. This isn't your imagination. It's the awakening of your perception. You're starting to sense the energetic signature of everything, people, places, objects, each vibrating with a unique frequency. And as your own vibration rises, you're tuning into this deeper reality. What once felt invisible now feels undeniable. This isn't a vague spiritual idea, it's the foundation of reality itself. Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe is made of vibrating energy. But now you're no longer just hearing this concept, you're experiencing it. And this realization changes everything. You are not a passive observer, you are a co-creator. Once you understand that the world is not solid, not separate, but interconnected and alive with energy, you stop feeling like a bystander in your own life. You begin to see yourself as a co-creator, someone who actively shapes reality through your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. And this brings us to one of the most profound shifts in vibrational growth. Reality is malleable. You shape it with your energy. What once felt impossible now feels inevitable. The limitations you once accepted no longer feel real because they never were. But this doesn't mean you can snap your fingers and make anything happen instantly. What it does mean is that you have far more power than you've ever been taught. And here's the key. It's not about controlling or forcing. It's about aligning. When your vibration is aligned with what you desire, the universe responds effortlessly. It's not about trying harder. It's about being clearer. So let me ask you, what are you creating with your vibration right now? Are you unconsciously manifesting fear, doubt, or resistance? Or are you intentionally aligning with love, abundance, and possibility? Because this is the essence of mastering vibrational growth, the ability to consciously choose your frequency in every moment. And the more you practice this, the more you'll notice that reality bends to meet your energy. The gateway to higher consciousness. Perhaps the most awe-inspiring part of this shift is how it opens the door to higher states of awareness. At these levels, you begin to experience moments of profound stillness where your mind quiets, time stops. You merge with the infinite. These are the moments when you feel one with everything, where you are no longer separate from life, but an inseparable part of it. Some might call this a spiritual awakening. Others might call it enlightenment. But the labels don't matter. What matters is the experience itself. The deep, undeniable knowing that you are part of something greater than yourself. And here's the truth. This isn't reserved for monks or mystics. It's available to anyone willing to raise their vibration and let go of the illusions that keep them trapped in lower states. But that brings us to the most important question. Are you willing to let go? To release the fears that keep you small? To let go of the doubts that hold you back? To drop the attachments that no longer serve you? Because the only thing standing between you and these higher realms of consciousness is your own resistance. The moment you surrender, the moment you allow yourself to rise, the doors to these hidden realms swing wide open. Your vibrational growth is not just about you, it's about the world. So what does all of this mean for your everyday life? It means that as your vibrational growth accelerates, you're no longer just living, you're awakening. You're stepping into a reality that is richer, deeper, and more alive than you ever imagined. You're no longer bound by the illusions of limitation or separation. You are free. Free to explore the infinite potential of your being. Free to create a life that resonates with your highest truth. And here's the most beautiful part. Your transformation isn't just about you. Your energy, your presence, and your very being start to ripple outward, touching the lives of others in ways you may not even realize. This is one of the greatest truths of vibrational growth. It's not a solitary journey. When you raise your vibration, you uplift the world around you. You become a beacon of light. But what does it actually mean to live as a beacon? How does your vibrational growth transform others, even without you saying a word? It starts with one simple but powerful truth. Energy is contagious. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt a shift in energy? Have you met someone whose presence alone made you feel at peace, inspired, or energized? Have you ever encountered someone whose energy felt heavy, draining, or chaotic, and their presence alone impacted your mood? This is the invisible power of energy exchange. When your vibration is high, you naturally radiate a frequency that others can feel. And here's the key. You don't have to try. It's not about effort. It's simply who you are. Your energy speaks louder than your words. It has the power to shift a room, a conversation, an entire group of people. And this is why inner work is so important, because the more aligned you are, the more you uplift the collective vibration of humanity. You create permission fields for others to rise. One of the most powerful ways your vibration transforms others is through something I call permission fields. When you live in alignment with your highest self, you give others permission to do the same. You don't have to tell them. They can feel it. Your embodiment of authenticity and truth becomes a silent invitation for others to step into their own power. It's as if your energy says, it's safe to be who you truly are. It's safe to shine. Your light is already changing the world. Take a moment and ask yourself this. What if you fully embrace the power of your presence? How would your relationships evolve if you truly recognize the energy you bring into every interaction? How would your work shift if you understood that your vibration alone can uplift and inspire? How different would your life feel if you stopped questioning your impact and started owning it? Here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect to make a difference. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to reach some distant level of enlightenment. Right now, just as you are, your journey is inspiring others in ways you may never see. Your energy, your presence, your growth. It all matters. And as you continue to rise, you'll start to see that this path isn't just about you. It's about something greater. Because when you elevate your vibration, you contribute to the awakening of everyone around you. This is the ripple effect of consciousness, and you simply by being you are already a part of it.